Wanted to say, I appreciate your counsel, Odysseus. You've been like a brother to me. Or an uncle? One of those. You'd know better than I.
Look, you don't have to tell me what it's like not having a family about. I spent a good-sized portion of my mortal days away from home. Had a war to fight. Got a little sidetracked after.
Sidetracked? Headmistress says that you spent many years at sea. Some of them in the company of goddesses at that.
Yes, well, by the time I finally returned, I hardly recognized my son and my wife. We lived out our mortal days together, and that was enough. I reckon they're comfortable somewhere below.
You haven't seen them? What happened?
Penelope and I drifted apart. Happens with mortals sometimes. And it happens with shades, too. As for my son Telemachus, he's his own man. Such is life. Or death, as it turns out.
Yes. If you're not too caught up in your reports right now, what do you say we put this bottle of ambrosia to its proper use?
I am caught up in my reports, Goddess. Focused on what matters most. Meet you at the taverna. We mortals had what we called wine, an acrid sort of drink made of crushed grapes. We'd sometimes say it tasted as good as ambrosia, but it most certainly did not.
You speak of so many hardships from your mortal days and nights, and yet there's always this sense of longing there. You miss those times, don't you?
Such moments and occasions do occur. I know a lot more now than I did then, and sometimes I miss that feeling, knowing less. Or the camaraderie of sailing with my crew.
But many of your crew are with you here now, right? Even the shade of your old dog. How can you miss them if they're still around?
We're shades, Goddess, and not all quite as whole as I. Besides, you still can miss your past with those you still know now. Remember when you used to play at hiding with our good witch back when you were very small?
I never thought that we were playing. She was teaching me to hunt for unseen prey. But I do see your point.
Well, my original point was merely that this ambrosia's really something else. Let us ensure it does not go to waste. I'd not realized how much I needed that. It's true what they say, that ambrosia tastes much better in good company.
Of course.
Lord Charon brought something. You must be Charon's finest customer. I reckon he enjoys the frequent visits to the underworld in his way. At least it's mostly cargo shipments now, not just confused, complaining shades of the recently deceased.
Did you accept your death with dignity when it was finally your time, Odysseus? You seem as though you would have clung to life with all your might.
Oh, I'd gotten on in years by then. Still didn't care much for the circumstances, not that anybody does. Though I did appreciate the opportunity to meet the fearsome boatman at long last and ride into the underworld the proper way.
You've mentioned that you'd gone into the underworld and back while you still lived. Lord Charon didn't take you then?
He certainly did not. A tale for another night, perhaps.
How's it going?
Welcome, Lord Charon.
I trust the temperature is to your liking.
You've met many goddesses even in your mortal days, haven't you, Odd?
In this, I'm very fortunate indeed.
The Lady Athena often watched over me. I'd never have survived the war if not for her. Then, on my travels home, there was Calypso and Circe.
Circe used to study under Headmistress, always with her crystals. And Calypso, she's a nymph, correct? A lesser goddess, I suppose.
Nothing lesser about her, with respect. These goddesses, the hospitality they showed me, why, it almost made me forget myself. Forget my family.
But you did not forget. You made your journey home. Even I know the tale.
It's a tale, goddess. Anyway, life takes its complicated turns. Take it from me. That was a splendid and much-needed time. Truly appreciate the invitation.
I've seen you here alone more often lately, Odd. You miss Penelope, don't you? And your son, what was his name? Telemachus.
Ah, goddess, you may see through most of us shades, but your empathy for me is a bit misplaced. Penelope, Telemachus, and I... we're cordial with each other still, but... how to say this without sounding callous?
Please speak your mind with me. I'm certain you're not callous.
My mind wanders not to matters of family, but to the siren's blasted song. I scarce got to hear it even once whilst navigating through their waters. I wanted desperately to cast myself into the sea just for a better listen.
The siren's song? You can't expect me to believe that Scylla's incessant drivel is the source of the great tactician's concerns of late.
Now, spare me the ridicule. I'm dead serious about this. You weren't with me on the surface there and wouldn't understand.
Seemingly not.
Scoured the surface? You felled that mountain-sized monstrosity, goddess. It would be false of me to say I had no doubt you would, though I'd only a bit, I swear. So, how did you outsmart him?
Outsmart him? All I could do was keep hitting him with all my might. It helped that Lord Zeus also struck him hard with lightning bolts. Eventually it worked, and Typhon fell.
Well, your battle prowess may be unsurpassed, but your ability to weave a yarn is not quite there. When next you overcome the father of all monsters, do make of it a much more rousing tale, would you?
No promises.
Up and about?
During a recent voyage, I found Circe the Enchantress on her little isle, evidently safe from all the turmoil at sea. Don't you two know each other fairly well?
In life and death, we can but strive to know each other well, goddess. Though I knew Circe, just a bit, at least. As casual acquaintances is all. Why do you ask?
Oh, just in case you wanted me to tell her anything when next we met, as she may be providing some assistance when I navigate the Rift of Thessaly.
No need to tell her anything. Best keep your focus on the task at hand.
Noted.
How was the surface? Still warm and welcoming, I reckon. You're to be commended for even setting foot up there.
It was dreadful. The city of Ephyra is completely overrun, and there's a blind Cyclops making sure no one gets out.
Well, that all sounds entirely unfortunate. Blind Cyclops, huh? That must be Polyphemus. Given that scrape myself way back. He's still going on about eating people.
He is.
Recovered.
You and Commander Skelemius both were great and famous sailors, weren't you, Odd? Did the two of you ever meet in your mortal days?
Oh, great sailor is an understatement, goddess. They say his exploits rivaled even mine. Alas, that I never once had an opportunity to witness his prowess. Oh, it must have been something.
We're fortunate to have you both.
What now? washed up. I almost thought you weren't going to show up. Leave me hanging yet another night. I mean, why not? You're so inconsiderate sometimes.
You're telling me while I've been in the underworld, you've just been waiting here night after night? What am I supposed to tell you where I'm going in advance?
That's what a real friend would do, so no, I guess not. Maybe you shouldn't come back. What do I care? Can't drive me back to hell without a fight.
So then, were you ever certain you had finally met your doom? Or did you truly think there was always a plan of escape to be discovered, no matter how dire the circumstance?
Well, to be quite frank with you, Moros, may we be informal thus? I had the hardest time untangling myself not from near-fatal situations, but the arms of certain goddesses. My greatest weakness, looking back.
Ah, indeed. But how was this a weakness? As I understand, your wife Penelope stood by your side despite your indiscretions. I trust I do not overstep. I know this can be a sensitive topic with those from the surface.
Penelope stood by my side, because I only told her so much about my indiscretions, as you call them. Then when we reunited after death, I had to tell her the rest. She had spent her best years awaiting an unfaithful man.
I see. After everything you'd been through, did your relationship end in an amicable way at least?
Surprisingly enough, it did.